Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we are diving into a political bombshell that's making waves across South Africa and even drawing international attention. Allegations of corruption and financial misconduct have landed squarely on the doorstep of President Cyril Ramaphosa and the ruling African National Congress. But this time, it's not just local outrage or opposition party complaints, it's the United States Department of Justice that's reportedly getting involved. If that doesn't raise eyebrows, I don't know what will. Before we get into the full details of this developing story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on South African politics, governance, and everything in between. And drop a comment, what do you think about this explosive investigation? Now, to the story that's sending shockwaves through Pretoria and Washington, D.C. According to sources close to the U.S. Department of Justice, no fewer than 4 separate investigative dockets have been opened relating to serious allegations made against President Cyril Ramaphosa and the ANC. These aren't just your everyday corruption whispers, we're talking about allegations involving transnational crimes, U.S.-linked financial systems, and possible violations of international law. The complaints, reportedly filed with multiple American agencies, including the DOJ and the FBI, triggered immediate interest due to one key factor: jurisdiction. You see, when financial misconduct or corruption touches U.S. banks, U.S. companies, or crosses into digital platforms based in America, the case falls under the powerful Foreign Corrupt Practices Act. And that gives the United States the legal teeth to act, even across borders. So, what's being alleged? While the DOJ has understandably kept the specifics under wraps because of the sensitive nature of the investigation, insiders are saying the dockets touch on multiple fronts. These include potentially illicit financial transactions, foreign campaign contributions, and the misuse of financial institutions that have American ties. That's a serious problem. Because if any of these allegations stick, we're talking about criminal implications not just in South Africa, but in the United States too. A senior DOJ official reportedly said the department is handling this matter with the seriousness it warrants given the geopolitical implications. That phrase alone should make ANC leaders break into a cold sweat. And just to add more weight, the FBI is now reportedly coordinating with financial intelligence units in South Africa. That means investigators on both sides of the Atlantic are putting pieces together, and they aren't doing it quietly. Now, of course, the presidency was quick to respond. In a statement released shortly after the news broke, President Ramaphosa denied any knowledge of the investigation. The statement emphasized his commitment to transparency and the rule of law, calling the entire saga baseless. The ANC, too, issued a defiant message. Party spokesperson Malenji Bengumatsiri dismissed the investigation as politically motivated. She claimed this was part of a broader campaign to destabilize democratic institutions in South Africa by involving foreign powers in domestic affairs. But here's where things get even more complicated. With South Africa gearing up for crucial general elections, the optics of a sitting president being investigated by the FBI and DOJ could be catastrophic for the ANC's public image. Even if no charges are ever filed, just the existence of these dockets gives opposition parties ammunition. It fuels public mistrust in the ANC and adds another layer of instability to an already volatile political climate. Political analysts like Professor Themba Ndlovu from Wits University have already weighed in. He warned that whether these allegations are substantiated or not, the mere perception of international investigation undermines faith in the ANC's leadership. That perception could ripple through voter behavior, policymaking, and even global diplomacy. Let's not forget, South Africa has been battling multiple economic, social, and governance challenges. Load shedding, corruption at municipal levels, struggling SOEs like Eskom and Transnet, these issues already weigh heavily on the public's trust. Adding a U.S. investigation into the mix could push things past the tipping point. And there's another twist, the timing. These dockets were opened just as ANC factions are fighting internal battles for power and positioning ahead of 2026. Some observers believe these revelations could be weaponized internally, as different camps within the ANC try to gain an upper hand. So where does this leave us? As of now, no official charges have been laid. The investigations are still ongoing. Both South African and American authorities are stressing due process, and until more evidence comes to light, President Ramaphosa remains innocent in the eyes of the law. But the pressure is on. And it's not coming from the streets of Johannesburg or the pages of Daily Maverick. It's coming from Washington, D.C., and that changes everything. This story is far from over. We'll keep you updated with every twist and turn, so make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think there's any truth to these allegations? Is the ANC's claim of foreign interference valid, or is this long overdue accountability? Until then, take care, stay informed, and see you next time.